Here's another show you can enjoy in the True Story FM family of entertainment podcasts. Ever wonder what bridges the gap between your favorite film genres, subgenres, and movements? CinemaScope is here to explore these connections, taking you on a thrilling odyssey through the ever-evolving art of cinema. I'm your host, Andy Nelson, and in each episode, we embark on a deep dive into the forces that sculpt the world of film. From the styles you know and love, like heist films or the French New Wave, to the ones you may not be as familiar with, like Turkish Yeşilçam or Brazilian Nordwesterns, my expert guests and I unravel the complex tapestry of storytelling, style, and innovation that defines the world of film as we unpack the myriad catalysts of change that shape these diverse styles. Whether you're a student of film, a creative professional, or simply a devoted movie enthusiast, CinemaScope is your gateway to a richer, more immersive film experience. Don't just watch movies, understand them, appreciate them, and revel in their artistry with CinemaScope. Subscribe today.
Ox Hare presents, in association with True Story FM, the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. Today's adventure, Love by the Book.
All right, Bruce, you keep your powder dry. Just get one more number and you've got the whole combination. Then the money is yours.
It's 2 more numbers.
Huh?
You need 2 more? This is a Rocket Knox 242. The combination has 4 digits, not 3.
Who the heck are you?
Just another person enjoying the late night.
Why can't I see you? Why are you in the shadows?
I'm shy. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I believe bank hours are over.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. And you can forget me cutting you in on the take.
I wouldn't dream of it. Aren't you worried?
No, I got it all planned out. They fired their night guard last week, so I got hours before anybody shows up.
Understood. But you aren't worried about the 3 of them?
3 of who?
It's whom. I've heard there are 3 masked women who protect the people of the city, and that includes protecting their money.
Them? You haven't heard? Scuttlebutt says they're gone for good, so I'm striking while the iron is hot.
And who exactly is this Scuttlebutt?
Great. Another someone enjoying the late night, right? Just a coincidence?
Not at all. I'm here with my wife.
What can I say? I married a night owl.
Listen, I got here first. This score is mine. You want the loot? You're going to have to fight me for it.
We're not interested in the loot.
It's the fight we want.
What?
That trio of ladies you mentioned? The ones who were gone?
Guess what?
Oh, no.
Liberté.
Égalité.
You got a call for something?
No, it's just... They're supposed to be...
Try it again.
Liberté.
Égalité.
Oh, crap. Fraternité.
At last.
Sorry, I was...
Not now.
The way I see it, this can go one of 2 ways.
Does one of those ways involve avoiding those swords of yours?
In fact, it does. In that scenario, we subdue you and leave you for the morning shift.
But with a mark to help you remember.
A mark?
Sure. Maybe I'll carve my name on you.
I should warn you, she has a long name.
And poor penmanship.
Oh. In the other scenario?
You do a herald's job.
My name's not Harold. It's Bruce.
You might need to aim a little lower with this one. She means you spread the word.
Madame Liberté, Madame Égalité, and Mademoiselle Fraternité are back. We are focused and ready for the fight.
Time to shape up or ship out.
And what is your choice?
Well, call me Harold, because I got a story to tell.
Then fly away, little bird, and start singing.
I'm flying. I'm singing.
He's gone. Let's head home.
Agreed. Goldie, what was that?
Oh, the carving the name thing? Yeah, I've been workshopping that. A little severe for some B&E, but I wanted to test it before using it on a proper villain.
No, not that. I mean, where were you?
We were doing our introductions, and suddenly our trio's down to 2.
Oh, that.
Does this have anything to do with that note you've been reading and rereading all day?
You saw that?
Sharp eyes. What's got you so distracted?
Another letter from your mother? She's not in need of rescue again, is she?
No, not this time. It's a bit more personal.
This is about a boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? For some guy?
Hey, not all of us get a hot French wife they get to make out with all the time.
Right. Some of us get a passionate American expatriate.
Ugh, I should be so lucky.
What is it about this one that's got you so distracted?
He met me. I mean, I met him. I mean, that's not what I mean.
Wow. I haven't seen you this flustered since...
It's okay. You're allowed to say Dudley. And there have been a fair few guys since we ended the engagement.
And may I say, brava.
Zinnia.
How should a woman know what she enjoys until she's made several trips to the buffet?
But this is the first guy who met me. I mean, met Goldie, not Mademoiselle Fraternité. He's not in the mask and costume game. We met at a bookshop.
Reaching for the same volume of poetry?
No, he was looking for a book that doesn't exist. Let me just tell you the story while we walk.
Excuse me, do you have a copy of The Mystery of Edwin Drood, the complete edition? Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. It's just, that's funny.
Why is that funny?
Because there is no complete edition of Edwin Drood. Charles Dickens died before he could finish it.
He did?
Yeah, only got 6 chapters in before his physical form was remaindered.
Oh, they got me again.
Who?
I've just started a new job and there seems to be a tradition of hazing. I've been sent on a few fool's errands.
Sorry for that. But you're here in a bookshop. Maybe I can help you find something. So the trip's not a total waste.
Sure. Do you work here?
No.
Then why would... Oh. Were you flirting with me?
I was trying to. Guess I'm out of practice.
No, it's not that. It's just I'm an idiot and I get wrapped up in my own thoughts. I tend not to notice things and I don't get flirted with much.
Well, I can see why. With your big, dumb head of curly black hair that I want to run my hands through. Yuck.
Was that a compliment?
What? Why? Let's talk about books.
Sure. What have you read recently?
I just finished Anne of Green Gables. Girl from Modest Means Makes Good. Didn't take crap. I really liked it.
I've read that too. Let me see if I can find something you'd like. Let's see. How about this? It's a pretty new one. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett.
Ugh. Pass.
What? Why?
Spoiled rich girl moves into a mansion and gets her own private garden. The end.
Well, yes, that's the basic plot, but the story is about grief and how the pain of the past can keep us trapped, but connection can help us grow.
This book is about that?
The main character, Mary, is just a girl when her parents, her friends, everyone in her life all die from a terrible disease, but somehow she is spared. But she's haunted. Why did she live and they die?
That poor kid.
She's sent to live with her uncle, a man she's never known. He's haunted too. He's not physically attractive, but he met someone who loved him, but she died giving birth to their son.
That's a lot of sadness up front.
Exactly. So you have a house filled with sadness, regrets, and the pain of loss, and you introduce a girl with all of the above.
There is a garden in this, right?
Of course. Mary is ignored by her uncle and left to fend for herself. She finds a garden and starts bringing it back to life. And in a way, starts bringing everyone in the house back to life as well.
Huh. It's kind of sweet.
Plus, it's got a wizard in it.
Well, in that case, I'm sold. You're really good at this. Ever thought about working in a bookstore?
I haven't, but I am surrounded by books all day.
Oh, yeah. you said you started a new job?
Yes, I'm new to town, if that wasn't already obvious. They offered me a position right after I finished college, but it's not turning out exactly as I expected.
How so?
It's a bookkeeping position. By that, I mean I'm literally keeping books, not doing math. Cleaning presses, refilling ink.
So far, that sounds great. As long as you like the smell of books, which I do.
I do too. And they also restore manuscripts, so it's old book smell.
The best of all book smells.
Agreed. However, because of the nature of the work, it requires a great deal of concentration, so it's quiet. It's very quiet.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
You'd think, but if you need to sneeze, it's like a cannon going off. And the looks they give you? So it's either in the printing press room where it's too loud to talk, or the main room where you aren't supposed to. It gets a bit...
Lonely.
Actually, yeah, that's exactly it. New job in a new city. I don't know my coworkers at all. I don't know anyone.
Well, now you know me. I'm Goldie.
Nicholas. You can call me Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Hey back, Goldie.
Put her there.
Oh.
Oh, what's wrong? Do they not shake hands where you come from?
No, it's just your hands are rougher than I expected.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I'm sorry. I was caught unawares. I spent my life around pampered would-be princesses who haven't ever lifted anything heavier than a teacup. May I take a closer look?
At my hand? Okay.
Thank you. My, you've got an odd-shaped scar here by your thumb.
It's from a whip. Not that I whip people or animals. A guy whipped me. A guy tried to whip me and I caught it and now I have that.
What a rapscallion.
Got it in one.
What?
Nothing. Weird, long story for a time that's never coming. What else do you see?
I have studied a bit of palmistry. Were you aware that you have fire hands?
I have fire hands?
You do. Long palm, but short fingers. People with fire hands are said to be confident, industrious, and passionate.
Oh, I do like all those things.
On the negative side, they can be driven by their desires and can lack in tactfulness.
What? No, me? Never. Shut up, you jerk.
I'm so sorry. I'm being much too forward.
Okay, come on, girl. Get it together. Wait, your hands are soft.
Excuse me?
You said my hands are rough, but yours are so soft. When you were holding mine, I noticed hands that never punched anyone or shot a gun or swung a sword.
What? It's not that I have lived a life.
It's not meant to be an insult. It can be a hard world out there, and to find a way to keep part of yourself soft is, well, impressive.
You're very kind.
So, do you come to this bookstore a lot?
I will now.
Since then, we've talked. We've met up a couple of times, and now he called on me.
He what?
She means he left a message at the house formally asking if they could go on an outing together. How classically romantic.
I know, right?
And here we are, home at last. And when is this outing supposed to happen?
Tomorrow night. If you don't mind me missing our patrol, that is.
I'm sure we can handle it. We need to get you ready. It's very exciting, isn't it, Zinnia?
What? Oh, yes, very exciting.
What are you looking at?
It's nothing, just some graffiti. Goldie, why don't you head inside? You're going to need your beauty rest. We'll be along in a moment.
Okay.
I'll be along in just a bit to help you look at outfits.
Oh, great. I'm having a hard time deciding.
So she's gone. What was that about? This is the most excited we've seen her about a man in a long time, and you were barely paying attention.
Only because we have a bigger problem, and it's one I wanted to keep quiet. Take a look.
What is that? Some papers have been pinned to the wall with a knife.
That is a death mark. And at the bottom, can you read the name?
Fraternity.
Someone has marked our Goldie for execution. Unless we can act, in less than 24 hours, she'll be dead.
Here we go again. Good morning, Zinnia. Have you been up all night?
No, sweet Saffron. Thanks to you, I was able to get more sleep than I expected.
I've found that if my wife is exhausted, she tends to fall asleep much faster.
The workout was enjoyable and appreciated.
But now, in the clear light of day and with a fresh pot of tea, tell me what you've learned.
It seems our old friends Deuteronomy have taken a dislike to our young friend specifically.
And what could Goldie have done to annoy a religious math cult so much that they want her dead?
The reason is unclear, but their message is not. Before the next sunrise, our marigold will be killed and displayed in a public place as a warning to all who would stand against them.
Oh, no, she won't.
Of course not. But the timing of this.
I was thinking the same. First, someone sent a horde of killers after one of our friends. Now we've been targeted by a murderous cult.
And then that Mr. Scuttlebutt telling people how we'll be distracted.
Scuttlebutt isn't a person, dearest. It's just another word for gossip. It derives from the maritime practice
My love, history lesson for another day. It sounds like our mysterious friend is playing another game.
The elusive F makes another play.
We need to decide our plan.
Well, I think the path is obvious.
As do I. I shall start working on the disguises. Did you want a fake beard this time? The new one I made should be less scratchy.
Wait, disguises? Why would we need to dress up to stay in?
Because the plan we both agreed to is to let Goldie's date happen while we follow along in clever disguises and dispatch anyone who tries to kill her. We just decided.
That was not what we decided. We decided to cancel the date, say we're having a girls' night in, lock our doors, and wait them out.
That is not at all what I heard.
Or perhaps we let her make her own decision.
I like this plan least of all.
Tough, because it's the one we're going with.
You heard?
Sharp ears. After all we went through, you still want to keep secrets from each other?
To keep you safe.
To give you what you want.
If Felicity, Filbert? Whoever this F is, if their plan is to fracture us, it's working. The only way we're going to get through this is together.
You're right. Of course you're right. Goldie, you've been targeted for execution by Deuteronomy.
What did I ever do to them? Besides beating up a bunch of their members and foiling a bunch of their plans, which you two also did. So why me?
Still an unknown. They're a mysterious society we know little about. Only that their belief system values both piety and mathematics in equal measure.
They've given you 24 hours to live. That leaves you until midnight tonight.
The death will be public, painful, and prolonged. We've seen it before. It's memorable.
We don't know who their members are, only that they're fanatical and efficient. The attack could come from anyone.
Given all that information, what do you want to do?
I want you two to help me decide how I should wear my hair. Long and flowing or a kind of updo, show off some neck.
You want to go through with the date?
Sitting and waiting for a knife in the dark, that's not my style. I'd rather face my end eating wonderful food with a cute boy in the city I love.
Your final meal?
No, silly. If Nick wants this to be formal, then fine. It'll be done by the book, because you both will be there.
We will?
Of course. This guy is old school, so of course I'm going to bring along my chaperones.
Your chaperones.
Oh, this is a trap. You're using yourself as bait.
Exactly. We barricade up and they'll get clever. We make them think we're unaware and they'll get sloppy.
We've never actually seen who delivers the killing blow. Will it be another robed, masked figure? Or something even stranger?
Are you sure about this? We've never prevented one of these before. You must be certain.
Zinnia, take my calloused, fiery hands. look me in the eye. I need to ask you something.
Yes, of course. What is it?
May I borrow that ruby necklace you keep on the shelf?
The Dendera's eye? Why?
Because it's pretty. It matches the dress Saffron helped me pick out, and it might be the final pretty thing I ever get to wear.
Goldie, you need to take this.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to get some breakfast. Zinnia is going to make sure whatever weapons we're bringing along are nice and sharp. Saffron is going to find some art we can reference to have my makeup look like I just stepped out of a portrait. Everyone know their jobs?
Oui.
I know just where to start.
Good. Go. I'm on a mission for muffins. Oh, there he is. Nick, over here.
Goldie, work kept me later than I anticipated. I'm so sorry I'm late.
What are you talking about? You're exactly on time.
Yes, but I wanted to be here early so that you wouldn't be waiting alone.
She's not alone.
Oh, hello, ma'am.
Nick, I'd like to introduce you to my chaperones. These are my aunties, Saffron and Zinnia.
Charmed.
Far less charmed so far.
Lovely to meet you both. You're chaperones.
Is there a problem?
No, it's just so classical, like something out of Bronte.
You've read Bronte?
Of course, both Charlotte and Emily, plus Jane Austen. I'm a particular admirer of Mary Shelley. Oh, but listen to me blathering on.
We're just here to make sure things stay above board.
We'll be as quiet as the mice in the church. Pretend we're not even here.
But don't forget that we are.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be a perfect gentleman.
Not too perfect, I hope.
No, I mean, yes. I'm not sure how to...
Oh, he flusters. Perhaps I should help.
Not now, dearest. No flirting tonight. This is Goldie's date.
But you know how I can't resist an icy exterior. I just want to melt it down with extreme heat.
I'm aware, but this isn't our date.
But it could be a game of doubles, perhaps?
Let me make this offer. If you can stick to the plan, then perhaps the repressed schoolmarm can make a reappearance tonight at home, just the two of us.
Oh my. Goldie, Nick, we'll leave you to your encounter.
But we'll be nearby if needed.
Or desired.
Come along, Auntie. Let's take in the night air.
Well, they are certainly something.
I know, they come on strong, but they're always looking out for me.
And speaking of looking out, you look outstanding. Red is definitely your color.
Oh, wow. Thank you. And you too. That suit is well tailored.
Telemi cuts a handsome figure.
I'm not saying that. Who talks like that?
He does. He'll love it.
I'm confused. You seemed against this at the start.
What can I say? I'm getting caught up in the courtliness of it all.
Shall we go in? I made us a reservation for a table along the Rue. I know how you enjoy people watching.
Sounds great. I'm starving.
Well, look at the attractive couple. Don't you two look spiffy? Welcome to the Curious Dolphin. My name is Maxine, and I'll be taking care of you tonight.
Nice to meet you, Maxine. The Curious Dolphin? How'd this fancy place end up with that name?
Ona was out fishing, met a dolphin that was curious, bought a restaurant, bing, bang, boom, here we are. Sorry, not much of a tale there. Can I get you started with some drinks?
Would you allow me to take the liberties?
You can take all the liberties you'd like.
Excuse me?
Huh? What? Oh, you mean you wanted to pick the drinks? Of course that's what you meant. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
You're doing great.
She's not doing great. Don't lie to her. Nick seems nice, but he's not ready for the full Goldie experience just yet.
You're saying she needs to change who she is?
No, I'm saying this is like a game of poker. You don't need to show him every card just yet. Entice him, raise his curiosity, make him work for your attention.
Look, I'll handle the date. You handle the keeping me alive part. Got it?
Of course. That flower vendor looks suspicious.
And I don't like the way that ma'am has been looking at me.
An excellent choice, sir. You do know your wine. Hang on to this one, miss. I'll be right back.
So,
You
said you had a work thing?
I did. I'm under a deadline, and they've been very intense about it.
And you snuck it in just under the wire? That's how I used to do my homework.
No, I didn't so much sneak it in as sneak out. I didn't want to miss our date. It had taken me a great deal of courage to ask.
I don't know why I was giving you nothing but green flags.
What was that about flags?
Well, just babbling. Aren't you going to get in trouble?
Maybe, but sometimes a little trouble is worth it. But I don't want to spend our time complaining about my job. How about you? What exactly do you do for a living?
Yeah, that's a complicated answer, but I guess the short version is that I run the administration for a boarding house.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
It can be. Terrifying, too. But at the end of the day, it's helping people get from where they went to where they're going.
You must be a calming presence to them. I've always thought you had very kind eyes.
Oh, thank you.
Here are those drinks. Looks like I should leave the bottle. And what can I get you to eat?
Oh, I've been so distracted. I didn't even look at the menu.
The special du jour, catch of the day, whatever that is. Give us 2 of those.
A lady who knows what she wants. I like it. Coming right up. I'll leave you 2 lovebirds to it.
Lovebirds? Oh, my.
Now, you were saying something nice about my eyes?
Yes, I was.
That ma'am's keeping mum, but I don't think he's up to anything but trying to get out of that invisible box.
And the florist checked out. I thought she was selling peonies out of season. Turns out she had just dyed some carnations. Imagine my embarrassment.
How has the date been going?
It was going well, up until a few minutes ago.
Oh no. What did he say? Did he try to get fresh with you?
Get fresh? What does this mean?
It's what you do the moment you think we're alone.
Oh my, points for audacity.
No, nothing like that. I meant things were going well until my chatty aunties interrupted us.
Ah, understood. I'll have a chat with that street sweeper.
And that couple has been sitting together without kissing for far too long. I need to find out what's wrong with them.
Everything all right with the family?
Oh, yes. They're wonderful, but sometimes their timing isn't.
What was I saying?
You mentioned my eyes. Any other parts of me you wanted to compliment?
I wouldn't know where to start.
How about you start at the top and work your way down?
Oh, well, in that case.
Hot off the griddle and ready for eating. Careful, these plates are hot.
That was much quicker than I anticipated.
And you're welcome for that. What can I say? The special is popular tonight. Anything else I can get you?
No, just a moment to ourselves would be great.
Of course. Eat up. I'll be back to check on you in a bit.
More than a bit would be, and she's gone.
Oh, this smells wonderful.
Yes, it does. But you were saying something important?
If I was, I don't remember what. Because of how amazing this tastes, you need to try this while it's still hot.
At least something at the table is heating up. Let me get a forkful.
Hang on just a moment.
What now?
We need to check the food.
In case of any food allergies. You know how any added spices might cause you some distress.
Let me try. That's good. Oh, that's very good. Saffron, you have to try some of this.
Oh, if you insist. That's quite tasty. It reminds me of that place, the one in Sweden.
On the dock, I was thinking the same. What was her name? The fisherwoman.
Helga, Henrietta, something with an H.
Could this trip down memory lane happen down the lane?
Of course. Excuse us.
Thank you. And she took the plate with her. Wonderful.
Here, why don't you have the rest of mine?
We'll need to take that one too, just to be sure.
Sure of what?
Merci.
Maybe that'll keep him distracted for a minute or two.
How are things going over here?
You're back.
Sure am. And it looks like you two must have really enjoyed the specials. Some folks licked the plate, but you ate yours entirely.
Oh, we didn't actually.
Oh, I'm just funning you. You two save room for dessert?
Yes, bring us anything that's slathered in chocolate. And Maxine, take your time.
You got it, sweetie. Coming right up.
Psst, Zinnia.
What is it?
What do we really know about this Maxine character? Maybe you should make sure she's legit and not up to something.
Good idea. I'll see to it.
Oh, and take Saffron with you for support.
An excellent idea. We are on the case.
Well, that should take care of the three of them for now. Nick, it's a beautiful night at a romantic cafe. Both of us looking fantastic. Now it's just you and me. And this messenger?
Sorry, that's for me. Oh dear, it's work. They've tracked me down. They're very serious about deadlines.
You have to leave?
I do. But I might still be free later. I just have to close the book on this. Madam Fraternize?
It's pronounced fraternite, and it's mademoiselle, not madam. Wait,
Hold on.
the new job. Filled with quiet coworkers.
A way station for travelers.
You're with Deuteronomy?
You're with the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society?
You're supposed to kill me.
And here we are, 2 chocolate mousses. Sorry I took so long. 2 ladies wouldn't let me buy. One wanted to fight me, and I feel like the other one wanted to kiss me. I love this city, but whew, it can be a lot. Seems like you two are in the middle of something. I'll let you alone.
Oh, that she picks up on?
What happens now? Do we have to start fighting each other?
I don't believe this. I get all dressed up to go out with a super cute guy, and he's trying to murder me.
You think I'm super cute?
Well, I did before you told me you were here to kill me.
Not you. I mean, I didn't know it was you. I was sent to dispose of a troublemaker for the order, not harm the curvaceous beauty that I'm defying my sacred oaths to sneak out and spend time with.
So all that stuff about sneaking out, that was true?
Yes, and if they knew I was here for myself and not just using you as cover before the event, I'd be severely chastised with a lot of hot and or sharp tools.
That'd be sweet in a Romeo and Juliet kind of way. If your evening errand wasn't killing someone, how are you even supposed to do it? You screamed when that copy of Canterbury Tales fell from a high shelf, and you expect to beat me in combat?
That wasn't my tact. My skill happens to be in poisons. And I wasn't going to deliver the killing blow. I was supposed to poison you, paralyze, so they could perform the ritual.
The ritual that would end with my death.
Yes. Eventually.
You understand how that's worse, right?
I didn't expect any of this. I didn't know what I was getting into when they recruited me, or how deep I'd go, or that I'd meet someone like you who gave me a reason to live beyond the order.
Don't you try to spin this into something romantic. You are pledging a fraternity of obsessive killers.
And now I can't get out. If I succeed on this mission, I'm a killer, and they'll own me. If I fail on this mission, they'll kill me. I'm doomed.
Did we miss dessert?
What did you get?
A slice of humble pie.
Oh, how did it taste?
Bitter. Nick, you need to go to the bathroom.
I do?
Yes, you do. Right now. And take your time. Wash your hands a few times.
Of course. If you'll excuse me, ladies.
Not quite the dreamboat you imagined?
More like a nightmare barge. He's with Deuteronomy. He's the one who's supposed to start the murder ritual.
Nick, that guy?
Yep.
How? His arms are like toothpicks.
Poison.
Oui. Well, that tracks.
Then let's go while he's gone. He already knows too much about us. About you.
Yeah. I mean, we should. That'd be the smart plan.
No. You're not hung up on this guy, are you?
The heart wants what she wants.
No, it's not that. It's not exactly that. Things cooled down real fast when I found out about the attempted homicide.
Well, for some, that might make the blood pound even harder.
Not me. But we did have something, however fleeting. That much was true. And I mean...
You feel bad for him. Pity him.
I guess so. He said they're going to kill him if he fails.
With what we've learned, I wouldn't doubt it.
So, you'd rather die so this boy can live to kill again?
No, but not doing anything is also condemning someone to death.
Even someone who wanted, likely still wants to see you dead tonight in your beautiful dress.
And I looked so hot.
Oui, this is true.
I can't believe I wore my special underwear for this.
That is a terrible waste. Would you like to tell me what makes this underwear so special?
Dearest, standing right here.
Yes, my love, of course. It's just that I know what undergarment you are wearing already.
Are you so sure? Perhaps she's not the only one that got dressed up for a private viewing.
Tell me more.
Ladies, the flirty talk is a little grating in my ears right now.
Of course. How are we going to get these star-crossed lovers out of this situation?
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Oh, merci. What idea?
I'll explain as we go.
Hey there. Do I need to pull up 2 more chairs?
I think we'll just be needing the bill.
Actually, we need a few more things. Maxine, you've got a big tip in the near future if you can help me add a few things to the tally.
I like the sound of that.
Do I get to know what's going on?
No, just keep him here. And be a good girl and join the Clean Plate Club.
The what?
Zinnia, follow me. Goldie, go with the flow. These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Is this seat taken?
Depends. Is it the nice guy from the bookshop or the murderous zealot from a death cult?
Can't it be both?
That smile used to do something for me. How quickly things change.
I'm sorry.
Why them? Why this?
I was no one from nowhere. I had no family, no friends. Then someone saw something in me, helped me get into school, then college, and then I found out what I had to do to pay them back.
Why didn't you run?
To where? From what? The only people that cared about me? The ones that told me I was smart, important, special. It was all so enticing. Doing a small, bad thing didn't seem like such a big price to pay.
A small, bad thing? Ending a life?
But of a stranger, someone I had never seen and would never see again. They showed me the calculations, how insignificant one life is in the grand calculus, and it made sense. But then it was you, and nothing added up anymore.
How could you just...
Nothing I say is going to make this make sense. You are having a terrible night, but I just found out that everything I knew was wrong, and everything I want is impossible to have. I just have to say one last thing.
Well, hi, you young lovers.
We don't need anything else, Maxine.
More is always better. And that couple over there sent you this slice of pie. Said you remind them of themselves when they were first courting. Isn't that sweet?
Yes. It's very sweet. Thank you, Maxine.
I'll be nearby if you need me.
Might be the last meal for one of us. Care for a bite?
I seem to have lost my appetite. You go ahead.
Fine. First pie, then we fight. Oh, it's pretty good. I need to know one thing before this kicks off. When did you... Sorry, wrong pipe. I can't. How did you... Poison!
What happened? She's foaming at the mouth.
I wasn't. I didn't.
Liberté.
Égalité.
What have you done, you vile miscreant?
No, please. This isn't what I wanted.
How much should I care about what you want?
Égalité. Oh, there's no breath, no pulse. Fraternité is gone. And he killed her.
If you bethink yourself of any crime unreconciled as yet to heaven and grace, solicit for it straight.
I'm so sorry.
Save it for St. Peter, Nick. Filigree, strike true. The rest is silence.
Yeah.
Well, look who finally woke up.
What? Is this heaven?
With what you were planning, you really think that's where you'd end up?
Oh, right. 2 questions then. Where are we and what happened?
First, we're on the... Zinnia, what's the name of this place?
Calanque de la Ravine.
Right, that. We're a couple of miles outside Massalia in an isolated cove.
No one will hear you screaming, if that should happen.
So it's to be torture.
Is that what you think you deserve?
That and more. Do your worst. I don't expect any mercy.
That is the problem with your side. You have equivocated mercy with weakness.
As for what happened, it was as big of a surprise to me as it was to you. I took a bite of the pie, as I was told to do, and felt a...
Chemical reaction.
Right, one of those, taking place in my mouth. Lots of bubbles being made very quickly, and then I got what I was supposed to do and went into one of my better death scenes.
It was très magnifique.
Merci. Sometimes quick and to the point is the best way. And speaking of points...
You stabbed me.
I did. In one side and out the other. And if no one ever told you before, you are a bleeder.
Then how am I alive?
First off, my ravishing wife is a master of her blade. She knew exactly where to stab you to not risk fatal injury.
At least I hoped not. Turns out I am that damn good.
And secondly, she coated her blade with a special concoction.
You're not the only one who knows their way around a chemistry set.
What did you use?
You keep your secrets, we'll keep ours. I knew that it, along with the shock of being stabbed, would put you into a coma-like state that looks like death.
Like Romeo and Juliet.
It was that comment about star-crossed lovers that gave me the idea.
Then why did you quote Othello before you stabbed me?
Creative license. Also, shut up.
We took both of your bodies, got out of town, and here we are.
What happens now?
That, unfortunately, is up to you.
Why unfortunately?
She had rather more emphatic plans for your fate. Cooler heads prevailed.
And weaker stomachs.
You were to be given a choice. The poison is still in your system, so you don't have use of your legs yet, which gives you time to think.
Think about what exactly?
I think we should leave the 2 lovebirds to sort out the rest.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Goldie.
Here's how it is. Right now, everyone thinks you're dead. Deuteronomy, the whole restaurant, that mime across the street, all of Massalia by now.
I feel pretty good for being dead, even if I can't stand up yet.
You have options in front of you. You could return to your pals, tell them what happened, beg them to take you back.
They'll likely kill me for my failure, or assume I'm a traitor.
What a lovely group you were pledging your soul to.
Goldie?
But you've got away with words and kind eyes. Maybe you can get them to take pity on you.
Maybe.
Or, and this is where that mercy shows up, you take another way out. In a few hours, a fishing boat is going to drop its anchor near the shore. The captain owed us a favor. He'll take you on board and give you passage.
But where will I go?
Away.
Right.
In your top pocket, you'll find a passport with a damaged picture. Your new name will be Duke Orsino. I assume that's another Shakespeare reference because Saffron giggled when she said it. And a little bit of spending money.
This won't buy much.
It's my half of the dinner bill. Some might say it's more than you deserve.
Caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. Seems appropriate.
Yeah.
How do I do it? Start over, not make the same dumb mistakes.
There was a guy I met in a bookshop. Funny, sweet, awkward, kind. There was another guy I never met. Secretive, obsessed, immoral, cruel. I don't know which one was the real you, but now you get to choose.
Did you finish the book?
Which one?
The Secret Garden.
I did. And you were right. It was amazing. Here, you can have your copy back.
You can keep it.
I don't think so. Rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind.
Did you just quote Shakespeare?
What? No. Maybe. Shut up. Just take the book. You might want something to read on your journey to wherever.
Did you like it? The book, I mean.
I loved it. You were right.
I knew you would.
I wish I knew you as well. Earlier, at least. But before all this went wrong, I found a passage that I liked and I wanted to talk to you about. Much more surprising things can happen to anyone who, when a disagreeable or discouraged thought comes into his mind, just has the sense to remember in time and push it out by putting in an agreeable, determinedly courageous one. Two things cannot be in one place. Where you tend a rose, my lad, a thistle cannot grow. Kind of hits differently this morning.
Thank you, Goldie, for the time spent, the book shared, the lovely dinner, and for showing mercy and kindness where none was deserved.
Maybe she was wrong. Maybe two things can be in one place. Goodbye, Nick. Good luck in your next chapter.
But the calm had brought a sort of courage and hope with it. Instead of giving way to thoughts of the worst, he actually found he was trying to believe in better things.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Of course. Reparations must be made. We ran off so quickly we didn't have a chance to pay for any damages or give the proper gratuity to your poor server.
You're sounding more like your wife.
I take that as a great compliment. How are you holding up?
Into every life, a few bad apples must fall, right?
I've had my fair share, that is true. But you must not punish yourself for being deceived. Such people are skilled at fooling everyone, and sometimes even themselves.
Yeah, but as the daughter of a con artist, I can't believe I got conned.
Would you feel bad if I beat you in a duel, disarmed you, and held my blade to your neck?
No, of course not. You're better than me. You've been training longer, and I'd use it as a chance to better my... Oh, I see what you're doing.
But in this arena, I would hope this is a skill you would not choose to improve. The world has far too many liars as it is.
Well, that could have gone better.
What happened? Were you not able to afford to pay them?
No, I handled that. They were surprised I'd offered and quoted me a reasonable number.
What about Maxine?
That's where it gets annoying. She's not here.
Well, that's fine. We'll just swing by on her next shift.
There won't be one. There isn't a server here named Maxine.
Ah, she gave a nom de guerre.
That's just it. No one knows who she was. She just showed up and started working. No one remembers hiring her or ever seeing her in the restaurant before.
This makes no sense.
And she worked the full shift before we arrived and after we left. Even took her share of the tips at the end of the night.
I don't get it.
Maybe this will explain it. She left us a note.
Liberté, égalité, and especially fraternité. Thank you so much for letting me share in your lovely evening. Of course, it didn't go the way I expected, but doesn't that just make for a more memorable outing? I apologize for putting Deuteronomy on your path, but I needed to see how you'd work when one of your own was in the crosshairs, as opposed to a mere hanger-on.
As we suspected, our friend from the party appears again.
And you performed admirably. And stabbing poor Nick, égalité, I didn't know you had it in you. Of course, I recognize the Morozo technique, so I expect our young friend will regain full use of his shoulder eventually. Hope it won't impact his new career.
Who is this person?
You should feel proud of yourselves. High marks all around. Until the next lesson, I remain simply F.
So, we are being tested.
And they know their way around blades. The Morozo technique is not widely known.
Do you think they're the ones that put Nick in my path? Twisted things so we'd get together?
No, I think it's dangerous to assume that this is a master manipulator setting up every maneuver. More than likely, they are a smart opportunist making use of what they find.
Which does not make them less deadly.
Or less annoying. So, what do we do now?
Now? Nothing. We go about our lives.
But this F is out there and stalking us.
Yes, but we can't exactly search in every shadow, turn over every rock. If they are trying to teach us something, then another lesson will be along soon.
And eventually, a final exam in which we will see our educator face to face. But wait. There's another scrap of paper here, addressed to me.
Oh, you don't have to,
This is much finer penmanship. Interesting. Goldie, what is a Nuner?
Hey, him. That note is from me, and it's private. And as for that other thing, let me show you. Also in private.
I think I'll take a walk along the pier. A slow, casual walk, taking the long way home.
That sounds like a wise plan. Come along, my love. It's 11:30, and you don't want to be tardy for class.
Oh my. Are you feeling a bit repressed?
Positively prudish.
I'll make sure it's a very long walk.
Season 5, Episode 2, Love by the Book, was written, directed, and edited by Kyle Olson, starring Amy Shaw as Zinnia, Anastasia Plumb as Saffron, Gallo as Goldie, hey, that's me, and Krissy Lenz as Maxine. Our theme song was written and performed by Hedley Knights, and our interstitial music is Intended Force by Kevin MacLeod. Make sure to follow us at Ox Hare on Instagram so you won't miss the next thrilling adventure. The Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is an Ox Hare media production. Old format, new ideas.